Welcome back to Acadiana Live. Jessica Randazzo joining us, our first herb/spice of the month for 2024. Jessica, glad to have you back.
Thank you for having me, and Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year. Our first spice of the month. Is it a spice or an herb?
So it's a spice.
Okay.
So a spice is when you grind it up and it's into the powdery form. So it's basically from a tree.
Okay.
It's a berry of a tree, and this year we want to start off with a bang. We've got allspice here, and we're using it to make some pineapple salsa made with bell peppers and red onions and cayenne, because we know we got to have that kick. And we put it over some chicken here. So allspice is a very peppery, very strong flavor, so you only need a little bit.
Yeah.
A lot of people may have seen it or heard of it, but aren't really as familiar using it. So allspice, for those wondering, kind of has a little bit of cinnamon, a little clove, a little black pepper. So those are all really strong flavors. So you only need a little bit. So this is a savory way of using it. So you can put it on your fish tacos, the salsa. You can also use allspice in sweet things. Typically, when I've seen it used in sweet things like pies, apple pie, or cakes, things that are, when you use things that are naturally very sweet, you need to balance it out. So sometimes we'll add a little clove or even allspice. So this is a great way to enhance those flavors and bring out that richness of your dish without adding sodium, which, as we know, can increase our risk of chronic disease and heart disease.
Yeah, and tell us more about that. The whole reason that we do this Herb and Spice of the Month series is to encourage people to use more herbs and spices instead of those seasonings that are packed with sodium. But why is that so important to kind of try your best to decrease your sodium intake?
Right. So as Americans, most of us are consuming more sodium than our bodies need. So when we consume more sodium than our bodies need, that can make our blood pressure go up and increase our risk of hypertension, which can increase your risk of chronic disease, like heart disease. And that's an important thing that we need to keep in mind when we're choosing our foods. A lot of times we think, well, if my food is bland, I have to add salt, which sometimes a little salt can bring out those flavors. But we have so many fantastic spices and herbs at our disposal that not only don't have sodium in them, but they provide this amazing flavor profile that we wouldn't have just with salt. Because salt is just used to preserve our foods and to enhance the flavor already there. But spices, like allspice, can actually help produce and bring a new flavor to the dish, not just enhancing it.
Yeah, so definitely want to try our best to stick to those herbs and spices instead of throwing salt on everything as we tend to do. Even I'm guilty of it as well. But Jessica, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Allspice, our January spice of the month. You can keep up with the LSU Ag Center's workshops that they do at local Acadiana libraries. Those can be found on their website. And stick around for next month. We'll have another herb or spice of the month for February.